up, y'all? This song is so befitting to what I'm going to talk about in this live. Y'all know I don't be singing like that now, but I'm feeling this one real quick. I had enough heartache and enough headache. I've had so many ups and downs. Don't know how much more I can take. See, I decided that I cried my last tear yesterday. Either I'm gonna trust you, or I may as well walk away. 'Cause stressing don't make it better. Don't make it better, no way. See, I decided that I cried my last tear yesterday. Yeah, yeah. All right. For real. Because I'm not about to be crying on this live with y'all. I'm not about to do that. So what we're going to do is I'm going to talk real briefly. So, you know, since the coronavirus and everything is going on, things have been crazy. And people are just acting mad, right? People are acting mad. But guys, what this coronavirus has done for me is it's actually been a blessing, right? And so today, when I was listening to my church, my pastor, one of the things he said was, I'm feeling some type of way. Okay. One of the things he was saying was that sometimes you got to get burned to get blessed. So y'all know me. I'm like, hold up, player, look. I don't know about this. I'm not feeling this conversation. I don't feel like, do I really have to be burned to be blessed? Like, are you kidding me right now? But you know what? That's real. That's real. And y'all, when I went back and really started thinking about this thing, and I really started thinking about the fact that get burned or get blessed, do you have a choice? So that is why I titled this live, Get Burned or Get Blessed, do you have a choice? I say no. I say no. And the reason I say no is simply because this. It's because there are things in life that are inevitable. There are things in life that we have to go through. And y'all, the reality is my 2020, I got burned, and been blessed, right? So I just say, get burned and receive your blessing, right? But the issue comes in when you get burned, but you keep burning. Hello, somebody. When you get burned, but you keep burning, meaning you get burned, but you can't process through the burns. Because see, this is me. Let me tell you something. What I know about me is that even my second degree burns, because you know, second degree burns ache. Third degree burns, and they get down in there. But second degree burns ache. But even my second degree burns are only superficial. Do you understand what I'm saying? Even my second degree burns are only superficial. And so, y'all, then he said, y'all, he hit me because then he said, it doesn't have to be pretty to be powerful. Hold up, y'all. Hold up. Because I would get up and dance if I was fully dressed. I would get up and dance for y'all. He said it doesn't have to be pretty for it to be powerful. So, you know me. Like, I mean, I think I'm juicy fruit, anything. I think I'm kind of cute. But when he emphasized it doesn't have to be pretty for it to be powerful, I felt something, right? Because see, I grew up in an area where the majority of what you received was processed and selected based off of how pretty you were, right? But as I grew and as I became cultured, I started to understand and I started to learn that that's not the case. Like, there are some individuals who understand that this is a vessel that will turn to dust. And the only certainty that we have in this life is death, right? So while we're out here burning and trying to be pretty, we blocking blessings and power. Hello, somebody. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. What I'm saying to you is, while we out here trying to do all this stuff with this physical vessel, we mentally, spiritually, and emotionally jacked up. And because we are mentally and emotionally jacked up, we don't even understand when God himself is putting our blessing right in front of us. Hold up, let me step back. So I'm gonna take you back to the reason I opened this live with yesterday, right? Because y'all, let me tell you something. I think I've cried more tears in 2020 than I cried getting beatings from my mama. Because see, unlike some of y'all, Betty Lou whooped me and my brother's tail. Now, my daddy, he scolded us, but my mama whooped our tail. But I cried so many tears in 2020. But guess what, though? See, this is the part that's going to get you. This is the part that I want you to really process, right? The tears that I cried were my fault. Did I suffer things at the hands of somebody else? Of course. But I chose to be in the situation. So see, there's this thing called accountability and responsibility. So until you can understand what's going on, you got to take responsibility for your actions and hold yourself accountable, because at the end of the day, you are responsible for your actions, right? You're responsible for that. Nobody but you. And y'all, because I'm not going to cry. Because what I'm not about to do is cry. But I feel like it's coming. But what I'm trying not to do is cry. But I want you to understand what I'm saying here. I need you to understand what I'm saying here. Because I don't think that I don't think y'all understand who I am and where I come from. Because see, the thing about it is, so let me say this. Everybody seems to want to talk about where they were, right? You know, we dwell in the past a lot. We dwell in the past a lot. But I'm a firm believer that, yes, you must know where you come from. Yes, you must understand your history, but you don't stay stuck in it. You don't stay stuck in it, right? So what that means is, while I'm a product of my environment, while I'm a product of everything that has happened to me, I'm also responsible. As a baby, you don't have a choice. You're dependent upon your parents, right? As a child, you don't have a choice in certain things. Understand what I'm saying? You don't have a choice in certain things. But when you become an adult, and y'all know I'm not, this is not a religious live. This is not a biblical live, but I'm gonna hit you with it. When you become an adult, you put away childish things. And what I'm finding is that during this pandemic, I've learned a couple of things about myself. I've learned that my persistence is often rejected verbally, but longed for physically. Huh, wait a minute. Hold up. Let me replay that. My persistence is often rejected verbally, but longed for physically. My persistence is often rejected verbally, but longed for physically. Hold up. What are you saying? What I'm saying is this. So when it comes to self-determination, self-motivation, understanding of self, accepting of oneself, we all present that, right? To a certain extent. But when it comes to accountability, self-responsibility, and self-assessment, we don't want to have that conversation, do we? We don't want to have that conversation. We don't want to have that conversation. And the reason we don't want to have that conversation is because this. It's because deep down inside, there are those of us who speak confidence. We speak confidence. We speak, but the reality is that confidence does not exude off of our person. Wait a minute. Listen to me. The problem is there are those of us who speak confidence, but we don't display confidence in our person. What does that mean? Okay. All right. Okay. Y'all listen. So many people have this thing where you can't tell me anything because I'm da-da-da-da. That's fine. I want you to be like that. I'm like that. You can't tell me nothing. My name Lily Mae. I'm da-da-da-da. I overcame this. I can overcome anything. But guess what, though? The reality is that confidence doesn't come from the mouth, right? Confidence is internal. And to be honest with you, and y'all can argue me, but this is my opinion, and I'm fighting it. The reality is, it's a lot of body confidence movements. And I will plug in check out the Road Less Traveled Body Confidence Tour on Facebook, because that's the tour me and my homegirls got it rocking. But where I'm going with this is, body positivity and body confidence is a thing, right? But body confidence isn't confidence, because confidence is comprehensive. How many people can truly say that they are spiritually, emotionally, physically, and mentally confident? I'm gonna wait for y'all to comment. I'm gonna wait a few minutes. I'm gonna go on my phone and share the live, and I'm gonna wait a few minutes. Because let me tell you this. Let me tell you what's really interesting. I was talking to someone, and I don't want to say we had an argument, because it wasn't an argument. It was a heated discussion. And, me and this person have been friends for quite a while. And we we often, get into these heated discussions, and the conversation came up, and the conversation went as such. I asked him, I said, tell me this. Why is it that you choose these certain type of females, and then when it goes sour, the only thing you can talk to me about is how insecure they were? I'll wait. I'm gonna wait just a few minutes. I'm gonna wait just a few minutes because I'm trying to understand this thing. I'm trying to understand this thing. So I'm gonna wait a few minutes. I'm just gonna wait and all right, let me tell you what these females look like. Let me tell you about them a little bit. How the song go? What is it? 35, 20 something, 46. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Tanisha, Rhonda, freakily. So yeah, he get these freakily chicks, and so I call me like, yo, you know what I'm saying? How sis doing? Because I reference them all as sis. How sis doing? How sis doing? And it be all good. And then one day, how sis doing? Oh, F that B. I ain't dealing with her. What? But she was everything you wanted. So let's fast forward a couple of years later. Now when we have the conversation, okay, so what the lineup looking like? Man, ain't got no lineup, man. Da, 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 da. I just keep getting burned. And y'all, light bulb came on today when I heard Pastor say it doesn't have to be pretty to be powerful. And it's so interesting because that was said today. But this individual has told me throughout my lifetime, you are powerful. And I'm like, what? What are you talking about? You're powerful. Like, do you understand? Shut up, you stupid. But you know what? I accept that because it doesn't have to be pretty to be powerful. Because the reality is, once again, this is a vessel. Your physical vessel is going to go to dust. Your physical vessel is going to dust, right? So shout out to all of y'all with the 32, 24, 48. More power to you. Make that money. Don't let the money make you. But understand that physical vessel is going to go to dust one day. And you're going to have to ask yourself, did I get burned more than I get blessed? More than I got blessed? Let me tell you this. Let me say this to you. My reality is this. And I was thinking about it. From my perspective, and this is just from my perspective, I had to get burned and recover to reach my blessing. I had to get burned and recover to reach my blessing. And I'm going to tell you right now, at this point, I don't regret any of it. I don't regret any of it. And why not? Because the reality is the lessons that I learned, I needed to learn, right? The lessons I learned, I needed to learn. And once I learned those lessons, shout out to Miss Tommy Girl. I see you watching. That's one of the people that let me learn my lesson. She's one of the people that let me learn my lesson. She told me what she saw. I dismissed what she saw because I had my blinders on, but I had to learn that lesson. So that's why I opened this live with yesterday. Because I can honestly say I cried my tears yesterday. And there are some of you out there that are crying tears right now for things that is your fault. And I'm not saying that you did it, but you did something or you didn't do something that caused someone to do something to you and now you're paying for it. Trust me, I done been on both sides. Because what y'all don't know, I got a history. And it's not all glitz and glam. And it's not pretty. but it's real. So y'all, and this is not gonna be a long live. I had to come with it. I had to come with it because all I can say is, for y'all out there doubting yourselves, ladies, stop trying to create what you see on Instagram. I'm telling you. Because let me tell you something. If I haven't learned anything in these past few years, is that beauty is obsolete where there's no brains. And I'm going to keep it a stack. Beauty is obsolete where there's no brains. Okay? Because beauty will get you laid down on your back. But brains can allow you to stand and project. Follow what I'm saying. Beauty will often get you laid down on your back. But brains will allow you to stand and project. And so I'm able to stand and project today because my mother and father instilled confidence in me when I crawled on that floor, right? That's not everybody's story, but that's my story. And what happened was they didn't just instill confidence. They put the fear of God in me too. See, this is what y'all don't understand. Let me help you understand this. See, it's one thing to be confident. But if you don't have the fear of God in you, your confidence don't mean nothing. Wait a minute, because I don't think y'all understanding what I'm saying. I really don't think y'all quite understand what I'm saying, and I need you to understand what I'm saying. Let me say this again. Let me say this again. It's one thing for your parents to instill confidence in you, but it's another thing for them to put the fear of God in you. Because see, confidence can do a couple of things to you. Some people that make their head this big, some people they're able to maintain it, but confidence is still a worldly and an earthly thing. Hold up, because I don't think y'all ready for this. Because I told y'all, this not no religious lie, but I'm taking it there for a second. See, confidence is a worldly and an earthly thing. Because see, confidence will get you in trouble. Confidence will get you in trouble. Let me say it one more time. Confidence is an earthly and worldly thing. Okay? All right? But baby, that fear of God though. Let me tell you something. That fear of God is something that can't nobody take from you. So while I'm walking around here thinking I'm confident, it's not that. The reason I'm so certain and I don't have to broadcast how certain I am is because my mama and daddy put the fear of God in me. And the fact that they put the fear of God in me, it allows me to stand in situations and fear not, for he is with me, right? Y'all weren't ready for it. Y'all were not ready for it. Because see, everybody walking around here talking about, oh, I'm body confident. You're body confident because you might be 200 or 300 pounds and you got on a 2-piece bathing suit with your belly out. That makes you body confident. Oh, all right. Oh, all right. And I've done it. I've done it as a plus size model. But I also knew that won't it. Because what you don't understand is that sometimes your body confidence is your very insecurity. Huh? Wait a minute. Whoa. What you say, girl? Yeah. Sometimes your body confidence is really your biggest insecurity. Crickets? Crickets? What? No, don't get quiet. Listen to what I'm saying. Sometimes your body confidence is your biggest insecurity. Why? I'm going to tell you why. So, y'all know the story. I was 417 pounds. Chilling, doing everything, doing what I want to do, all of that. Lose 200 pounds. Now I'm looking around like, what are you looking at? Because for so long, the stares were negative. Now they're not negative. I don't know how to take it. But I'm confident, though. But because I had that other component, because my mother and father not only put confidence in me, they put the fear of God in me. That allowed me to stand up and say, wait a minute. My physical vessel may have changed, but I'm still the same person internally I've always been. So if you didn't accept me then, don't accept me now. So I say to you, I cried my last tear yesterday. Because everything that has come to pass, has been magnificent since I cried my last tear. And what I've learned is this, guys. So see, one of the things that I would do is I would try to force things, force my way in, force people to understand me, force people to know that authenticity is what you're going to get. But you know what? When I stopped, and like I posted earlier, when I invited G.O.D. into this quarantine party, baby, when I invited G.O.D. into this quarantine party, everybody and everything attached to me started to change. It started to change. And see, look. It ain't me, though. It ain't me. What Mary say? It's the God in me. Yo, I'm telling you. Because see, this is what you fail to realize. It's so funny. I was talking with somebody yesterday and they made the comment. I was like, yeah, I've been busy. And they was like, well, as long as you're busy doing good work and not the devil's work, laugh out loud. And then it was like, but I know you have the heart of an angel. Shout out to my sister. She know who she is. And I thought about that thing. I said, well, no. Because one thing I've learned is that you can't always do the work of the Lord amongst your fellow Christians. Argue with me. Because let me tell you something. I don't get upset with people that say they don't go to church because they can worship at home. Because some of those very people are the very people that I see on Sunday. They might be somewhere feeding the homeless. They might be caring for an elderly relative or neighbor. Or they might be doing something with their respective businesses to help somebody. So I don't get mad at people like that. Because you know what I've learned? There's a lot of hell in the inside of those four walls. And as a child, I was taught that the church is here. So you can do your ministry work in the streets. Let me keep it a stack with you. We threw my girlfriend a birthday party back in February at 6335 Restaurant and Lounge on Jank Road. Shout out to 6335. If you're in the Richmond area, you need to visit there. Sung and Johnny are awesome people. But we did that there. And I was dancing, y'all. I mean, I was getting it, y'all. I was twerking in my heels. I had my dress on with my back out with my V back dress. Shorty was looking snatched. But this older lady, towards the end of the night, came up on the platform we were on, and she said, "Can I hug you? I just love your personality." And I'm like, this is weird. In the middle of the club, like I'm twerking, I'm lit. But it wasn't the lit and the twerking, because I told my homeboys and my little John, I told her, you know what she said? And one of the things I remember him saying is that oftentimes you don't see what other people see. Because guys, I've asked people, what is it? Like, why do you don't see what I see? And maybe I don't. But what I do sincerely believe is that at the end of the day, he's in control. And that's whatever you believe in. Because the other thing is, I don't have time to argue religion. I'm not going to argue it. I'm not going to argue who's right. I'm not going to argue who's wrong. I don't have time. But whoever you believe in, he's in control. And I'm a firm believer, and I was taught this. When I was born into this world, September 22nd, 1985, at 5:10 p.m., my story was already written. And while I don't know how long my story goes, but I'm living out my dash. I am living out my dash, and now I'm living out my dash for thee and me. Thee and me, right? So am I going to cross every T? No. Am I going to die every I? No, but he already knows that because he wrote my story. I have a joke with my big sister. Shout out to Amber. I have a joke to her all the time. I was like, you know what? God knew not to give me no big old booty because he already knew what time it was. He was like, I'm not giving her no big old booty because she's going to be twerking everywhere. But that's all right. And to be honest with you, I'm glad he didn't give me no big old booty because y'all, I'm going to leave that. That's another conversation, y'all know. But y'all, get burned or get blessed. Ask yourself, are you the person that got burned and you still burning and can't recover? So you blocking your blessing? Or are you the person that got burned, you done recovered, and you are reaping the harvest that God promised you? Because y'all, I'm reaping the harvest God promised me, taking back what the devil stole from me. And I rejoice today. Y'all feel what I'm saying? Y'all know the lyrics. Like when I tell you I cried my last tear yesterday, I cried my last tear yesterday. I no longer can walk around wondering why. Only he knows the why. And I'm a firm believer that when I get there, I'm a firm believer that when I get there, because see, the thing is, I'm going to get there. And the reason I'm going to get there is because I know that, see, my daddy went first. And when he went, he already knew that his children were going to suffer on this earth because he created us such that we understood that the wages of sin is death, but the gift of God is eternal life through Christ Jesus and all of that. So he went first. And the interesting thing is that my daddy went when I was 18. So strategically, my heavenly father and my earthly father were in alignment. because he knew he couldn't go before I became an adult. I need y'all to follow me. Even though he lost his mind when I was a teenager, my heavenly father did not take my earthly father until I was an adult, until I could understand and stand on my own, right? All right. So he let me wander in the wilderness for a little while until I got my head on straight. And that took about 3 years. It took me like 3 years to really process my daddy's death and realize, wait a minute, fool, you can't die because he died. So after 3 years, I got it together. All right. But then 4 years later, after those 3 years of recovery, I got burned again. Got burned again. Matter of fact, no. He didn't even give me 4 years. He gave me 3. 3 more years. Burned again. He took my grandma. Lost my mind. I'm fighting and carrying on. Y'all, I'm in grad school. Grad school. Dually enrolled. Dually enrolled in grad school, law school, all that stuff. Lost my mind. Fighting and carrying on, mad at the world. Why? Because I'm grieving and I don't know how to grieve. Because see, that's something else. We're not really taught how to grieve. We're not really taught how to grieve. See, we're not taught that when a baby is born into this world, we're supposed to be weeping. And when somebody leaves out of this world, we're supposed to be rejoicing. But when I learned that, baby, life has not been the same. And so now, while death is a part of life, I don't fall to pieces when I watch my loved one's physical vessel going back to the dust. Y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand. Like I know some of y'all understand. Shara, I know you understand. Cousin, I know you understand. Y'all don't understand what I'm saying. Y'all don't understand that every time these babies are born into this world, let me break it down to you. Do you know why we're supposed to cry when these babies are born into this world? Because they are born into a sin-shaped world. But when our loved ones leave this world, they are going to live in a heavenly realm where there's no black and white. There's no rich or poor. Because one thing about it, y'all out here excited about these stimulus checks and excited about these $11,000 refunds. Well, guess what? If you die today or tomorrow, somebody else gonna have that money and gone. And the new TVs that y'all just bought. Y'all, I'm telling you, the way things are going, I can't. Y'all, I can't right now. I cannot. I cannot. Hello, Shara, that's right. Hello, somebody. I can't. I cannot because, you know, I be wondering, like, I was, yeah, and y'all know I'm transparent. You know, I be sitting here sometimes and I just be looking around like, God, you know, everybody, you know, is getting married and everybody having children and doing all this stuff. And I just got all this stuff going on, but none of it aligns with what you're taught that should be happening as a child. Right? But I woke up. And when I woke up, y'all know what I heard? Well, number one, let me tell y'all about me and God relationship. Let me tell y'all, because I think this is hilarious. So my God, because you know he mad. My God, he know that I'm hard-headed. So he know that he gotta smack the hell out of me. And yes, I said the hell, because hell, it ain't bad in the context I'm using. He gotta smack the hell out of me for me to pay attention. So he said, fool, do you not understand that a lot of these people out here getting married, they want the wedding and the dress and the people and the gifts. They don't want the marriage. What? What you say, God? Yes, baby, that's what I said. They want the depiction. They don't understand in sickness and in health, for richer or for poorer, to death do us part. Baby, I birthed you to two people that understood that. You and your brother were raised in a home that understood that. So you long for that. You don't long for this mess you seeing with all these relationship goals and all of this foolishness. Okay, God. Okay. I'm listening. He said, oh, and then he said, and another thing. Children, let me explain something to you. When I told y'all to be fruitful and multiply, I didn't tell y'all to lay on y'all back randomly and multiply. I told you to be fruitful and multiply in decency and in order. Oh, wait a minute, God. Wait a minute, God. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I will never get lit with you again. Hello, somebody. Do I need to repeat that? Do I need to repeat that? Because I don't mind telling you about me and God conversations. Because see, the thing about when you talk to him, you ain't got to get down on your knees. Half the time I'm on the toilet stool talking to him. Because that's when I be frustrated. I'm like, you know what? Look, I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm over it. Why is this happening? But you know what? The other part of it is, then he showed me, this is happening because you are aligning yourself with your hashtag Boaz, and you guys are unequally yoked. My sister told me the same thing. Because you long for your daddy, because you know you had a good daddy. Your daddy was, yeah, because he was created in the image of me. You long for him, but you're not dating him. You dating some of your uncles, maybe. And y'all know I keep it a stack because I tell y'all about my family. Y'all, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I felt that message today. I'm telling you. When my pastor said, it does not have to be pretty to be powerful. So I'm going to tell y'all, ladies and guys, y'all out there looking for the perfect trophy, the perfect physical vessel so that your homegirls and homeboys can envy you. I don't want to be envied by my homegirls and homeboys. I want to be respected. And I want to be respected because people know and can see that when I laid down with my last. That's what it means to me. So get burned or get blessed. It is your choice. It is your choice. You can get burned and you can continue to burn and block your blessings. Or baby, you can get burned. Like my grandma used to say, put some sass on them burns, recover, and reap your blessings. That's about it. Y'all already know who I am, Lily Mae. I love you guys. I love you. I love you. I love you. Get burned or get blessed. Do you have a choice?